Hey, Knox, what's up? Yeah, I had the unfortunate incident of thinking I lost my entire blacksmithing last night, or I don't know, early this morning, but turns out it didn't wipe out my blacksmithing, it wiped out my armor smithing. There's a stupid NPC in Ironforge that you talk to, and he says, hey, do you want to learn about weaponsmithing? I was like, yeah, sure, let me learn and see. And when I clicked it, it just immediately wiped out all my armor smithing, which killed like a shit ton of quests I did. I mean, I did like 6 or 7 or 8 quests to get armor smithing. So that like totally pissed me off, dude. I mean, it pissed me off. I even like created a GM ticket and like, oh yeah, sorry, we can't help you with that. So now I've got to get together, and I was just so mad that I just was like, you know what? I'm just gonna go play a mage for a bit. Yeah, it wasn't on stream when it happened, so. But yeah, it was just stupid. I was just like, the NPC basically, when you talk to him, says, hey, would you like to learn about weaponsmithing? And if you click OK, no warning at all, it will just wipe armor smithing off of your blacksmithing resume. It's just gone. All your recipes you learned, any of your newer recipes. What's funny is my paladin's literally walking around with a chest piece and I think a helm that I crafted for her that I can't even make now because it wiped those recipes like out of her memory. They're gone. Anyways, I'll be right back. Yeah, there's no prompt whatsoever. I put in the Discord. It's hard to talk. I'm not going to talk a lot because I got this canker sore on my lip, and it's getting worse. I mean, it gets much worse. If it gets infected, I go to the doctor. I don't know what's going on. I've never had a canker sore on my mouth that has lasted this long or hurt this much. And I know it's because I'm stressed out, but I've got to go get some oral gel to put on it. It's fucking hurting, like, and it hurts to talk. So I was going to show you, like, in the chat. I know I posted the image, so I actually found a forum post where this had happened to another player. An hour ago, I accidentally talked to NPC Mylor Thunderfury, and out of curiosity, pressed the button. I want to become Armorsmith. See, maybe it said I want to become a swordsmith or something, but I was kind of like on autopilot. I was just clicking him because I wanted to see if he had anything I could learn. And so basically it says, if you're an armorsmith, it'll say, I want to become a swordsmith. If you're a swordsmith, it'll say, I want to become an armorsmith. Well, I was an armorsmith already, so it said, do you want to become a swordsmith? I just clicked, sure, okay. And then just immediately it wiped off armorsmithing, so there's no prompt whatsoever. I like how this ticket's locked, too. You know, Turtle was like, oh, unfortunately, the GM who contacted you was correct. There's no way for us to restore a profession once it's been deleted. And then they locked the ticket because they don't want you to say anything. But whatever, it's just stupid, so. Yeah, I'll be right back. I have to grab this oral gel. Oh, that hurts, man. That really hurts. I'm gonna have to make a glass of. I'm gonna have to make a glass of ice water. I mean, salt water. Put a bunch of like sea salt into a little tiny cup of water and gargle that in my mouth because I'm getting concerned that this canker sore is getting infected. Which that's never happened to me before. I've had lots. I always get canker sores in my mouth when I get stressed or if I eat too much sugar or something. So I get them like once a month, once every 4 or 5 months. I'll get one. It's fairly common for me. This is the first time I've ever had one that took this long to start healing. Anyways, yeah. So I wanted to try the Arcane Mage, and there was someone who was in the stream last week who was talking about it, and he said it was because I talked about caster classes and how I'm not a fan of caster classes because I don't like to stand still while casting. I find it kind of boring standing still, like hard casting. And he said I might like the Arcane Mage because they have a lot of procs, you know how hopefully you proc instant casts or stuff like that. So So we're gonna try it out, and so far, you know, I've got the little high elf. I purposely, if the screen looks a little dark, I've actually purposely kind of toned down the brightness of my visuals to make because my character's got the lightest color skin color. So I toned down the brightness. Like normally, hold on a second. Normally my white point would be around 200, so it'd be like around here. So you can see that's just really makes my face kind of glow. So I kind of toned it down a lot. I don't know. It's going to make it look a little dark, but it's just going to make my character look a lot better. You know what I mean? It'll make my character look not so bad. So like if I go into like a shady spot, let's see if we can. Here, you know, she doesn't look too bad. Doesn't look good, but I really wanted to go with the white skin because I just like that with the pink hair. Anyways, whatever. You know me, I'm picky about that shit. All right, let me fix my chair too. Hold on a second. All right, it's so funny when I stream. It's like a lot of times I just start streaming and then I'll be like, oh, I go to the bathroom. Oh, I got to get a drink. It's like, wouldn't you think I would do that before I started streaming? I'm such an idiot. Anyways. So yeah, so far, I mean, and the high elf area is really cool, but you do feel very like much like a prisoner because I don't really know how to leave the high elf area. I don't know how to get out of this area. I don't even know, like, because if you go to here, you're in the Plaguelands, and I'm certainly not going to wander into the Plaguelands. If you go down here into the Western Plaguelands, so I'm assuming there's a boat. I think there's a boat over here that you can take that takes you to, I think, Stormwind, actually. So maybe I probably should jump on the boat because, hey, Jonas, what's up? The mother's getting better. She's actually, I mean, obviously she's still in intensive care. She's still, you know, doing. She seems to be slowly improving, but she's obviously got a long way to go. So the wife is super stressed. She's been in the hospital every day. I'm stressed. I'm super stressed. I honestly, Jonas, let's just say that, you know, things are getting better, I guess. But other than that, I don't really want to talk about it because I'm too stressed out about it. So I would prefer not to talk about it. I just want to play WoW and relax, if you don't mind. Not trying to be a jerk. I just don't want to talk about it. What are these? What am I? Party supplies? Oh, there must be like some sort of rates or something. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. I like the. I mentioned it before, but these crates are a really cool texture. Like although I would have darkened up the color of these. Yeah, whatever. I mean, I really should have been like, you know, coming out of high school, one of my dream jobs. So I wanted to be a professional tennis player, but besides that, I always wanted to be like when I was in college. Like I realized that what I really wanted to do was do visual special effects or computer animation for video games. And I still to this day think that. It's an interesting looking shirt. I still think to this day I would have been an excellent level designer or asset creator in video games. I even took a class at the Art Institute of Chicago for animation and design, and my teacher said I was by far his best student in the class, and that was like the first time I'd ever done like, you know, 2D 3D animation, That class was more animation and film. It wasn't as much like on the art side as far as like, but I did a lot of modeling in that class, and he said I was the best modeler and the best animation student. So that was really cool, you know, and I just love that. I just love that stuff. I mean, I could totally have had a career doing, you know, creating all the stuff that goes into the look of an MMO, like creating the level design, doing the character, doing the trees, doing the modeling, doing the textures, all that shit. I would have absolutely loved doing that, to be honest. That would have been a dream job for me. But yeah, you know, it was interesting though. I was watching this video, and in this video, this guy had some macros, and I'm like, I don't think these macros would really work, Nox. Like he was talking about the rotation of the Arcane Mage, and let's see if I can pull up this. I think yeah, actually, I saved the macros. He was talking about a stop casting macro, but I'm not sure that a stop casting like this, like stop casting, works in. I don't think this works. Now, maybe it has to be a channeled spell. Is Arcane Surge a channeled spell? I don't even know if it is. I guess we'll find out. But like, let's say we do like, and I don't know why he's using show tooltip because you don't need that. Like this macro seems like he's creating a. This looks to me like you're creating a macro in the retail version of WoW, trying to use it in Turtle WoW, because you certainly don't need show tooltip. So let's just create a stop casting macro. Let's say new character macro, and we're just going to say stop casting. All right. I don't know what keybind would be a good keybind for stop casting. All right. And then you're gonna say cast. Let's try Fire Blast. Is Fire Blast one word? Oh shit. Shit. Fire Blast is 2 words. Fire Blast. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna save this macro. We're gonna put it on the F key. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to cast I'm gonna cast a Frostbolt, then try to stop casting, and then cast Fire Blast on this mob. And you can see it didn't work. It said another action. It said another action is in progress. So, I mean, I don't understand how you can create a video for Turtle WoW. Like, have this video here, Turtle WoW Complete Mage Guide, and then give incorrect information, right? Like, unless I'm missing something, I don't think this stop casting macro works at all. You know, like, how the hell, you know? Yeah, so it just blows my mind that I mean, if you're gonna create a video like to tell people like how to play a character on a game, like don't you think you'd at least verify that the macros you're saying you should use even work? So that was, you know, that was a little shocking to me. And then when you look at that video, it had 370 likes and only 6 dislikes. So I wonder if anybody even, I can't believe that nobody would. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, let's say, how to make a macro to stop channeling cast. This one / run spell casting works with immolate shadow, etc. But with channeling cast like Rain of Fire, it doesn't work. I should check out Warlock channel on the. Oh, that doesn't help. I don't want to have to go to a channel. I mean, I guess we can try that. I really don't want to try that. How about, let's see, Nostalrius. Stop casting macro. I don't know. I think I tried this one. I don't think this one worked either, to be honest. Although I think this is more like what should work, a script, right? So let's save this macro. And let's cast this. See, and the first it's actually throwing slash script, so that's interesting. Hmm. Hmm. All right, we've got another one to try. I don't know if this is going to work. Okay, that one did work. Now we did get spells not ready yet. Okay, so that actually worked. So apparently there is no stop. Hey, what's up, Ligdaz? What do you mean what happened? What do you mean what happened? What the fuck is... God. I'm just taking a break from the Paladin because I'm a little bit tired of playing the Paladin, and I'm also pissed off that they... Yeah, what they did was... There's an MP... I was in Ironforge, and I was just trying to grab any blacksmithing recipes I could. And there was an NPC that I wasn't paying attention, wasn't really reading what he said. I just clicked on him, and he opened up a dialogue, and I was looking at my other monitor and looking at my phone. I was doing like 10 things at once, and he brought up a dialogue, and I clicked the option on the dialogue, and it deleted my armor smithing. No warning, no nothing. Just instantly deleted my armor smithing, which I spent all that time doing all those quests to complete the quest to become an armor smith, and it just wiped it all. And I had to Google it and find out who that NPC was. And what the NPC actually asked me was, "Do you want to become a weaponsmith?" Is what that NPC's question said. But the thing is, once you click it, it doesn't tell you that it'll delete any other thing, and it doesn't give you a confirmation like, "Hey, this is about to delete your armor smithing." It just boom deletes it. I already opened up an in-game ticket, and the GM said no. They said we will not help. If you delete a profession, they said they can't restore it. And I also found, if you looked in the Discord, if you happen to look at the Discord, it says that right here. In a ticket that someone opened on the Turtlewell forum says, "Hey, I accidentally talked to this guy, same guy I talked to, and out of curiosity, I pressed, I want to become an armor smith." And guess what? It wiped out actually, this character, it deleted their 90% of their blacksmithing recipes. Got deleted. And of course, unfortunately, the GM you contacted was correct. There's no way for us to restore your profession once it has been deleted. So, yeah, so that's just that. It's gone. Well, a quest is different. This is not a quest. You're not like they can reset a quest. They can't reset your blacksmithing. They can't reset a profession, as far as I know. Hey, what's up, Brady? So anyways, I don't want to talk about it. I'm pissed off about it. Whatever. I don't care at this point. It happened. So whatever. So I'm just taking a break from that. I'm just going to have to do all that shit again. And I just, honestly, I'm tired of mining. I'm tired of like running around and mining. I'm tired of leveling blacksmithing. So I just didn't want, I got to do it again. Yeah. But the good news, here's the good news though, Liquada. Here's the good news. Here's the good news, though. Before, I had to go to Booty Bay and grab like 3 different quests. Then I had to do all of those 3 different quests to craft all that stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna need some more mithril bars, but you don't have to worry about it. I mean, I'm sure I can go mine them. But yeah, I'm gonna need probably, I don't know how many I need. Maybe like, I don't know, maybe like 100, but maybe more. I'm not sure. But here's the thing: before I had to do the 3 individual quests to get the recipes for the ornate recipes, because you have to craft like these 3 different types of ornate, like ornate mithril helm, ornate leggings, an ornate. Yeah. Well, I think I appreciate liquid Oz. I appreciate, dude. You don't have to though, but I do appreciate it a lot. But those quests I had to do to acquire the recipe for those 3 items that I had to craft to complete the armor smithing quest. Luckily, I don't have to do those again, so I didn't lose my knowledge of the crafting of the ornate items. So now all I have to do is just craft those items. So it's much easier. The thing is, I need black pearls. I need like 6 black pearls. I need a heart of fire. I need a bunch of true silver bars. I need a bunch of mithril bars. I need a bunch of, you know what I really need? I need thick leather. I don't have any thick leather. There's like all this stuff, so I need thick leather, mithril bars. I need about 6 black pearls. I need 1 heart of fire. I need a couple aquamarines. And so those are pretty much the things I need to craft all that stuff. And once I do all that, then I'll get that. I'll get armor smithing again. So it was just kind of annoying. But I've been wanting to try out an Arcane Mage because someone on the stream before was talking about it, and I said I don't typically like casters because I don't like to stand and still a lot casting. Like this kind of just standing and still, I find kind of boring. But they said Arcane Mage has some pretty cool stuff in Turtle WoW. So we're gonna try out Arcane Mage to see what it's like. So. You're boosting your Twink Warlock? Cool. No, I appreciate you helping, Liquid Oz. That's very nice of you, man. I appreciate it. Oh, and in the guild, I think Nox, you already know, but I already set the hearth for. For Everlook Winter Spring, so you can now use your guild tabard to just, so now you have your regular Hearthstone, but you also your guild tabard will hearth you to the guild house that we have now. And yeah, I did. Yeah, the guild house is now Everlook Winter Spring. So you can hearth to Everlook Winter Spring whenever you want to. I mean, I don't know how long the cooldown is. I'm gonna assume it's probably an hour, just like your Hearthstone. Yeah. I like Mage. I think Mage is cool. For sure. Let's conjure. I mean, I can conjure some food. All right, so the question is, do I want to stay here, or do I want to go to the next? Do I want to go to Stormwind? I'll level faster if I leave here and go to Stormwind, because Stormwind's going to have the tents, so I can boost my rest time. But if I stay here, I'll get some reputation with the High Elves, and I think getting the High Elf reputation is probably pretty important. So I think I'm going to stay here for a little bit and do some of the quests. $440. I think that this little Zavra is kind of cool looking, so I thought this would be a nice little mount for the mage. What do you guys think? Okay. Oh. Check this out. So I did come up with a stop casting macro, Liquid Oz, or who at Nox. Remember when Nox we were talking about the stop casting macro? So we do have one. It's a little janky, but it does work. I just figured, so if we do /script if spell targeting, then stop spell targeting. So it like stops the target, which in effect stops the spell. Oh, you want me to send it? Well, it seems to work. So this is it. All right. So for example, so if I'm in the middle of casting, you'll see here. I'll show you. So if I'm attacking this Murloc here and I cast Frostbolt, you're going to see me cancel out of Frostbolt and cast Fire Blast. All right, so we're going to start casting that, and I'm going to cancel that, and I'm out of range, so I can't cast Fire Blast. Let me see if I can. Okay, now cancel that, cast Fire Blast. See, I don't have 5 gold. Business. You know what you need. You know what you need. None of your business. You need. I'll tell you what you need. All right. So yeah, that does work. And the other thing you want to do though in the macro is you want to also clear any errors here. So let's put that in there. And we're going to put it here. Now we're going to try it again. And now the reason we put that clear errors in there is now we don't see the red text spamming on the screen here. So we did find a stop casting macro, so that's good. It's not perfect, but it does work. Okay. And apparently we need the stop casting macro. So I'm watching this guide, and this guide's a little suspect because he said, oh, you need this Turtle Wow Complete Mage PV guy's a little suspect because he said, hey, you need these macros to stop casting. Well, these don't work. Even when I looked at these macros right off the bat, I'm like, that shit ain't gonna work. I'm like, stop casting doesn't work in Turtle Wow. So I was very suspect right off the bat. But he does have some information here that seems like it could be interesting, but I don't know how, I need to do some more research. Yeah, it's gonna be one of those things where I probably just figure out Arcane on my own. You want me to send the finalized version? Sure. That's the whole thing. So that'll allow you to stop casting a channeled spell and then cast an instant cast spell. Now it'll work with other spells too, probably. I mean, it'll be a little bit, it might be a little wonky. Anyways, what am I doing? I'm getting distracted. I need to level, guys. I need to level. I will give you a clue, none of your business. Why don't you try reading the stream description? If it was hardcore WoW, I'd put fucking hardcore WoW in the title. Let me just give you that little clue. Look at these cool trees. What a beautiful island. Like I said, I do have the brightness turned down a little bit because of my character's skin color. But we're gonna turn it up. Let's see. Maybe we can, let's see. It's not much we can do. There's just her skin's so light that it just does a big glow effect on her skin, so it's not much I can do. Yeah. Okay, this fucker. None of your business. You can go sit and spin, buddy. Yeah, I'm a Fury. I'm a Fury who's gonna fucking sit on your head and crush your skull into grape jelly. All right. I tried that, it didn't work. Oh, you slash run? Okay. I think I tried that and it didn't work. But let's try it. Although I didn't do slash run. I did slash script stop casting. So what we can do here is let's create a new macro. We can do stop casting 2. Is it whenever cooldown? Cool, Nox. I figured it probably was. I don't know which one's faster though. Yeah, I bought a couple large bags. I can't play Turtle WoW. I can't play any one vanilla client. If I have the option to get like, large bags, I'm gonna get them, dude. So yeah, I've got 2. I have 2 large bags. So I have to. I can't play without them, dude. I can't run around with like 8 slots inventory. It just drives me nuts. I'm just trying to see if there's a difference between the 2 macros. I think it's the single greatest benefit you can have. I think more inventory space is probably the single greatest quality of life improvement you can have in an MMO. Like, seriously. Like, that's why I like in Final Fantasy, when you play Final Fantasy, you get a lot of bag space right off the bat. So we're going to cast. I don't know. I'm going to stick with my macro.
Kiss your ass goodbye.
I'm gonna stick with the macro I made. It just feels like it comes off faster, which is weird. It probably doesn't. It's probably just a mental thing. Let me try the other one again. Let me add the let me try it again. Yeah, let me know if it works with channeling. I'm gonna see. Let's see what kind of quest I do.
The great outdoors.
That's a pretty cool view, seeing the city in the background there. Let me try this macro one more time. Yeah. Yeah, they both work the same. I think they both pretty much work the same. Although yours, the one you gave me, I would imagine should be better. Because it seems like the one I'm using is basically saying, hey, if you have a target that you're attacking, clear the target. Which in effect is probably doing the exact same thing. You're just clearing target, which is basically saying stop casting. Because once you clear the target, it's going to stop casting because you don't have a target. What, does the stop casting not? But do they both... Are you saying that mine works with channeling, but the other one doesn't? Okay, then we'll stick with mine. If that's the case, we'll stick with mine. But it still does... Yeah. You gotta confirm? Okay. No, they both work? Okay, cool. Well, then in that case, yours might be the better one, just because it's less. You know, it's a shorter macro. But I'll keep using mine the way it is, just because it's fancier, because it's fancy. Just so I can freak people out. How do you do your stop casting macro? And they're like, what the hell, man? But they both seem to work fine, so it's cool. Cool. Well, slash stop casting doesn't work. No, slash stop casting does not work. You have, not unless you're doing the run. Like the macro he had in the video, definitely I tried that and it definitely did not work. Where did I put that video? So I hope that you're not saying that works, because that, see, you guys are fucking distracting me, man. This is why when I stream I level like dog shit slow. Like this shit slash stop casting, that does not work. By creating macro and say stop casting again. Now, if this works, I'll freak out, because I did test this before and it didn't work. Maybe, but I might have been out of range. Let's find out. Yeah, see, it doesn't work. It says another action is in progress. Nah, it does not work for me. No, I don't have show tooltip. I don't have show tooltip. Well, it shouldn't have anything to do with PFUI. It may work if it may possibly work if I put it in as a super macro. I don't know why it would, though. Because super macro just allows you to create longer macros or do scripting. This isn't a script. Unless slash stop casting is interpreted differently as a super macro, right? So if it's interpreting it differently as a super macro and running the command as slash run. So if it's interpreting slash stop cast as a slash run stop casting parentheses as a function, because keep in mind that's what it is. Stop casting paren, open paren, close paren means it's executing a function, right? So if we get rid of this, so if this works, it means that super macro is interpreting this stop casting as a function with the same name. So if it does work, that's why. So it's really not slash stop. So again, I would still say then that this is wrong, because people aren't going to know that you're saying do slash run stop casting function, right? So let's see if it works. See, it doesn't work. It does not work. So yeah, well, I don't know why yours works, because mine definitely does. Are you sure that's what? So you have this slash stop casting, cast fire blast. Is that what you're? Yeah. Paste your macro into this. Will you paste your macro into the chat? I want to see what it looks like, because this doesn't work. But you're slowing down my fucking leveling, by the way. You guys are fucking killing me here. I shouldn't have started the stream tonight. I should have just fucking kept leveling without the stream. I'd already be fucking level 9 by now. Hey, what's up, TK? I'll see you, Nox. Well, anyway, the point was the video the guy did is wrong. You can't go into a video and say, hey, slash stop casting, because, you know, that just doesn't work. So if there's something you have, some add-on you have installed or some shit that makes it work, that still doesn't validate someone creating a video on how to play Turtle WoW and not giving the correct information. That was kind of my point. It's like, don't create guides if you're not being explicit. Yeah. Yeah, so this guy's creating this guide that says, hey, create a macro for this. And I'm like, I don't know what add-on it is. I'd like to know which add-on it is. I sure as hell ain't going to install PFUI. Fucking can't stand that add-on. It's like way overkill. Has way too much shit in it that I would never use. Look at this. Moon Warden, interesting.
Let the hunt begin.
Yes, I know it does, but then I got to take the time to go through and disable it all. I've set it up before. I've used PFUI. And yes, it does give the option to disable everything, and it's a pain in the ass to set up. And then every time you do it, you got to remember how to do it. It's just a pain. It's just a waste of time. It's like you don't need it. It's like, why do you like look at my UI? Is there something wrong with my UI? No. And my UI looks a lot more like World of Warcraft than PFUI. PFUI doesn't look anything at all like World of Warcraft. That's my point. Is it doesn't look like WoW. I hate interface mods that make the interface look like something else, like it was created for some other game. I was like, I don't want to see a bunch of black squares. You know, like I can't stand that shit, or like grid or some shit, right? Here, check this out. One of the typical, let's see. One of the typical UIs you'll see people run with. If I can ever get out of this guy's, oh my god, never mind, that's not it. There. Is this kind of shit, right? And this is probably I don't know if this is PFUI. It might be. His minimap looks like a PFUI kind of crap. This kind of shit, dude. This stuff looks like dog shit to me. Like a bunch of buttons at the bottom of the screen. Like, see all the this looks like PFUI. You know, all this black boxes and shit. It looks like crap, man. It just looks like crap, dude. It takes up way too much space on the screen. Look how much space of his screen is completely ruined by his UI. Look how much space on his screen is taken up by his UI. That's awful, dude. What if like some mob comes up behind you? You know, especially if you're playing hardcore WoW, a mob can literally come behind you and be behind these buttons, and you wouldn't even see it. You know what I mean? You wouldn't even see that shit. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, I don't like PFUI. I think it's garbage, but whatever. That's just me. I'm picky. I think it's way overkill. Ooh, now see, that's cool. How does it work, though? How does the PF cast work? Like, the Mouseover cast would be very useful. Because Mouseover doesn't exist in 1.12. There is no Mouseover, so it must be doing... I don't wonder how it does it. Because Mouseover doesn't exist in 1.12. There is no Mouseover. You can't go into like a macro and say, you know, Mouseover. I don't even think that command doesn't even exist. So for them to get that to work, I'd be curious how they do it. But that wouldn't be enough for me to install PFUI. Just because they give you Mouseover would not be enough for me to install that add-on. Because I'd have to install it and I'd have to like basically disable like everything. Just for that one thing. I've done it before. I've run PFUI just because I wanted the nameplates, like the target nameplates, I think. And there was something that I did once where I used PFUI just because I wanted one specific feature of it. I don't remember what it was, though. And to be honest, Mouseover is just a luxury. You can completely play the game 100% just as efficient without Mouseover. The only time Mouseover is really... I find that Mouseover is really useful is in PvP. Like, if I'm playing, like, Arena, Mouseover can be incredibly useful. Mouseover kick, Mouseover, Mouseover like kick, Mouseover blind, that kind of stuff is, is incredibly useful. Of course, you still, just because you don't have to target, but you can also get around that based on what type of arena team you're running, just by using arena target arena macro. Like, I don't know if it works in 1.12 because I've never done arena 1.12 because arena never existed in 1.12. So I don't know if you can do target arena, target arena 1, arena 2, whatever, target the specific players. But that's how you get around that normally. You wouldn't, you could just say, oh, I have a kick macro, like a focus kick, or might have a kick arena target 1, arena target 2, arena target 3, But again, a lot of that stuff you have to get used to using that stuff because in the middle of combat, how are you going to be like, okay, this guy that I'm fighting, which arena target is he again? But they typically, I think they put the targets on the same type. So like DPS would typically be in a certain slot, caster would typically be in a certain slot, I believe. But yeah, but Mouseover is great for that, for arena. It's really good. It's also really great for Paladin, for Hand of Freedom, that type of stuff. Those quick like hand of protections you want to get out on the target to prevent them from getting blown up in arenas. It's super, super helpful. But for PvE, not as big a deal. You can get around it. You can get around without it. A lot of people use something like, like some sort of an add-on to just mouse over, like, what's the big popular one? Like heal, I can't remember what it's called, heal something. I never use it personally myself. I've healed raids in Vanilla WoW and Burning Crusade without using any add-ons for healing. I was just like, most important thing is just making sure my targeting bars are close enough to where I can just easily, don't have to move my mouse much to select whoever I want. And just have the proper macros to either target myself, target the focus target, or target the person that I'm currently targeting. There seems to be no more of these ghosts. They have like a long spawn timer. Interesting. Yeah, but that would be worth looking into. If I got to a point where I felt like I needed Mouseover, I would definitely look in PFUI. But I also would look for other alternate options. If there are any for doing Mouseover. Interesting. Actually works for one macro too. Birdie. Yeah, we may have to look at that. Yeah, I'm pretty intrigued about that PFUI if it does do the Mouseover, because that could be very, very useful. Certainly for my Paladin. My Paladin could definitely benefit from that. And what is this? Autumn Ancient Acorns. Hmm. Yeah, maybe you could share those. Yeah, I'd like to get a hold of those Liquid Oz if they are yeah, I would like to check those out. I'm not using any UI. No, it's just I don't really use anything crazy. I'm using just ShaguTweaks, ShaguPlates. Yeah. And then that's about it. And then just oh, what's okay, well, what's the benefit of that then? What's the benefit of PFCast spell name? I mean, it's just a regular. I mean, what's the benefit of that macro? I mean, how's that any different than just /cast spell name? Oh, the PFCast is for Mouseover? Okay. How can you build that into a macro though? The Mouseover isn't really going to be that useful unless, like, it's not going to be a useful macro unless I can build it into another macro. You know what I mean? Okay, so is the PFCast, if you don't, okay, how does it work? Like, if you don't have a Mouseover target, does it cast the spell on you? Like, let's say it's a heal. Let's say it's a Priest Renew spell, right? Or let's say it's a Paladin's Flash of Light. If you don't have a target, who does it cast it on? But what if you don't have a Mouseover, does it cast it on yourself is what I want to know. See what I'm saying? If you don't have a target, who does it cast Hand of Freedom on? Okay. Because that's really the key. As long as it does that, as long as it casts on yourself, if you don't have a target, then yeah, then it's useful. Yeah, see, so that's good. That's good. Yeah, so that would be useful. That would be good for Hand of Freedom, Hand of Protection. It'd also be really useful for Priest Renew, Priest Dispel. Dispels would be useful even for Paladin Dispels, right? You know? Yeah. Because my favorite macros is the ones I use in Classic WoW. I have macros in Classic WoW that'll do Mouseover. And they're really good. Because they'll do like if I have a target, it'll cast the spell on the target. If I don't have a target, it'll cast the spell on... If I have a Mouseover, it'll cast it on the Mouseover. That's the priority, right? If I don't have a Mouseover target, it's going to cast it on whoever's targeted. If I don't have anyone targeted, it's going to cast it on me. And that's how the macro works. Or, if I hold down the shift key, it's always going to cast it on me. So no matter if I have a target or a Mouseover, if I hold down the shift key, it'll cast it on me. Otherwise, it does what I said before. You know? So like if this was the tank, like let's say this is the tank, this stag here, and I'm healing the tank here, but I want to throw a Blessing of Protection on this rogue over here. I could just Mouseover and cast Blessing of Protection, and then immediately go right back to casting the tank, obviously. Yeah. Yeah, no, you can't do that. Unfortunately, you can't do that in Eternal WoW, which is too bad because those macros are so useful, but... Okay, so PFCast, so that's cool. So how could I use that? Here, Liquid. So Liquid, how could I use that PFCast functionality in the most minimalistic way? What would I need to install so that I could use that in a macro? You know what I mean? Because I don't want anything else. You know what I mean? And do I want this PFUI turtle? Let's see what's in here. He's got all this crap, which I don't need. Oh, so you need PFUI too. See, here's the modules. It has all these modules. So what you want is maybe this one. Anyways, it's yeah. Oh yeah, I don't download show through launch. Yeah, I may look into it, but again, I'll only look into it if I find myself feeling like I need the Mouseover functionality. Which again, I think for Paladin, definitely you'd want to use the Mouseover functionality. There's this thing with quests in Turtle WoW where it'll show you can loot something, but it won't give you credit for it. See, like that, they gave me credit for that one, but didn't give me credit for the other one I just looted 2 seconds ago. Did you see, hey Liquid Oz, did you see my crazy paladin macro for switching seals? Now that's a macro. I'm pretty proud of that macro. I don't know if you saw that one. This one. I think it's... Yeah, I think it's this one. This is my favorite macro. Alright. Hey Hans, what's up? How you doing?
Ben thy delilune.
The blade. Ooh.
I am the law.
Yeah, I need to. People ask me to do that, and I do need to do that. I'll do it sometime. I just have been busy being at the hospital, not with my... I haven't really had a chance to really... But yeah, I'll do it. I'll try to do it sometime this week.
What is nature's call? Hi. I'm good.
That seemed like not very many quests on the island. We just had a couple. Oh, gotta be careful here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Looks like I do have the quest to kill Murlocs now. Interesting.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Oh shit. Oh shit. This could be the end of this character. It's not a hardcore character, but yeah, I don't know. I didn't realize all
You
three of
can
these
kiss
guys
your
were
ass
gonna come.
goodbye.
Yeah, I see that. I don't have any potions. No, I'm dead. She's dead, Jim. She's dead. Oh man, I didn't know all three of those guys was gonna come. And then he rooted me. Vicious. Good thing we're not doing hardcore. Oh my god, what a shitty respawn location. That's a pretty far run. Shit, I don't think I can run. I think I have to run around these mountains. Let's see. Okay, so these mobs seem to be linked. It's gonna make this quest a lot more difficult. Oh, this guy's screwed. He just, oh, he just kind of ran into the same problem I ran into. And he's like, "Oops, three guys." Here. These aren't linked. Hey, Garrett. Hey, Garrett, can you give me an invite to the guild? Yeah, I'm doing the mage. So far, so good. I feel like I'm kind of a prisoner in this area, but I guess I can probably take the boat to get out of here. But we're doing the quest here just 'cause I want to get some reputation with the high elves. Thank you, sir.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Damn, don't kill me again. Shit. These guys are a pain in the butt. Remember, Volstay was always talking about how difficult the high elf starting zone was. He said he kept dying and he couldn't get out of the area. He said he gave up. He, like, went to a different area. I don't know if I can kill this guy before he kills me. He's only level 6.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
My health is already too low. Yeah. Hmm. Haha, thank you, Garrett. I have now finally come home. Yay. When someone in the guild called... Oh, that was Hot Jew Girl. I didn't realize it was in a party with someone called Hot Jew Girl earlier. What's what? Alright. Let's see. Okay, so that quest is done. There. I was in a party with a person called Hot Jew Girl, and so I messaged him. I said, "You realize with a name like that, you may get quite a few messages because there's so many hard up stupid boys that play MMOs, right? You got all these like adolescent teeny boys who can't keep their dicks in their pants, right? I need to collect. Oh, I see. Wise one. Well played." She said, "I need to collect all the good boys that can do my bidding." And I said, well played. Use them and abuse them. I said, use them and abuse. So she's going to, she created a character named Hot Jew Girl. She created a character named Hot Jew Girl on purpose so that, you know, guys would like see the name and think it was a hot Jewish girl, which, you know, hopefully it's not some crazy fat guy behind that name. And then she could just use these hard up adolescent boys to do her bidding. Yeah, well played. Honestly, yes. A vision. Yeah. Boom. Alright, so I'm supposed to kill some Nog, it looks like. Oh. Oh. It's hard to choose a class to start with. Yeah. Yeah, try them. Try them all. Alright. Alright. Okay, let's get back to our quest here. So the Nog are like way out here. Probably best if I just go across. Yeah, I think Priest is really good. I mean, all the classes I played I liked. I was a little surprised that I didn't get more into the Warrior than I did. And I'm not sure why, but I thought the Warrior would be the funnest class because of the changes. But I think I just didn't get high enough level yet. The Paladin I was kind of curious about getting down to the capstone talent and the protection tree, but I found the ability very underwhelming. And I was watching a video by Nargul or Nargaz, or this one guy who does some pretty decent video guides for Turtle Wall classes, and he actually said the same thing I did. He's like the 5-minute cooldown is much too long in that ability, so he kind of agreed with me. That's kind of what I said. I said, hey, this cooldown is much too long. Oh, she's gonna. I'm gonna see if you want to get now. Agree with him. Okay, we gotta be careful though if we don't want to get these crawlers. I'm hoping the crawlers don't come with us. With these Naga, they might. Well, looks like the crawler is coming.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, it looks like I'm gonna die. I am 100% dead. Yeah, she was too busy talking and not paying attention to the mob I pulled. Sorry. Thought you were gonna help. I thought she was gonna help me. That, you know, it's funny. One of the reasons I never party with people is because I always like assume that they're actually paying. I hate that the run back here is so fucking long. Is that I assume that they're paying attention, and obviously they're not always paying attention. That person was not paying attention, and I pulled, and instead of running away, I just got destroyed. And look how far the run back is. It's like, holy crap. But yeah, that's what Vals was saying, is that it is very rough here. The mobs are tuned up very high here, which, you know, I can easily kill one mob, but killing two of those is just, man, they just crush you. That was just two mobs, and they annihilated me. Yeah. Did she die? Yeah, she had 1 health for the longest time. Now she's dead. Like I said, it can be hard. Yeah, the mobs seem to be pretty tough. So they just hit really hard. Like the lynxes, like that level 8 lynxes hit really hard. So if you're fighting like 2 at once, I mean, good luck. They're probably gonna kill you. But yeah, when you pull, so far what I've noticed is that the crabs are linked to, like the murlocs, and if a murloc is close to a crab, they're typically linked. So if you pull a murloc, you're gonna get the crab, and you just can't kill both. Like, not as a mage, they'll just, you know, you have to kill one and run. And that's what's happening here. The Naga seems to be linked to the crab, so if I pull a Naga and there's a crab nearby, it's gonna pull the crab, and so you have to be willing to pull and run just to see if they're linked or not. And in that case, I screwed up because I knew this character was a rogue, and I thought, well, you know, I can easily kill 2 mobs if the rogue helps me, but she completely went the opposite direction. So that was my mistake for trusting somebody. But now that I know she's, and probably not a very skilled player, then we'll just make sure that we are more careful. Yeah, so this one, we can't pull this one because it pulls the crab, right? So let's try to we're going to work our way to the beach so we can do more specific pulls. Yeah, I think she's probably just newer. She said she was new to Turtle WoW. Man, okay, I'm completely surrounded by mobs. I really don't want to pull any of these. She's coming back here. Alright, I'm gonna move over to where the rogue is. Oh, there she is. Alright, let's see if she'll help me kill this. She's standing right here, so hopefully she's gonna help me kill this mob. Okay, I'm taking a ton of damage. I'm going to die again. Oh my god. I almost died. I thought I'd be able to kill the one mob by myself, but man, they I didn't want to switch targets. Like, she started killing the crab while I was killing the Naga, which isn't a bad idea to split them, so they're both not hitting one person. But I couldn't solo the Naga. The Naga hit so damn hard. The Naga's level 10, but man, that Naga was... Yeah, I'm not as tanky as my paladin. Oh my god. She's gonna so die. I'm gonna try to pull the... I'll try to pull the one off her. Okay, I got her. Woof. These guys are tough. These guys are tough. Alright, there we go. Okay, she better be careful who she's attacking. We resisted. Man, they're like crazy. Oh, here. Alright, cool. Alright, so now which way do we go? Gotta be careful. Let me zoom the camera out so we can get a better eye on some of these targets. Hey, what's up, Mr. Rogers? I haven't seen anything about the yeah, I haven't seen any updates on it yet. It's not letting me eat. Oh, I gave all my food away. Shit. Yeah, I'm just trying it out. Yeah, we're checking out the mage. Was it you, Kenny, that was telling me that Arcane was good? Somebody was telling me Arcane was pretty good, so I thought we'd check it out. Didn't I just make some food? It wasn't you? Somebody was telling me that they were good, so... Oh, I was guessing the wrong spell.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Ooh. It's pretty good. I mean, there's plenty of quests. The mobs are tuned really high, so like if I fight two of these Naga by myself, they will just wreck me. So it's certainly not an easy zone to solo. So if you're in the zone, it's good to maybe get some groups. Yeah, I am. Yeah. I'm grouped with someone named Hot Jew Girl. And I told her, I said, man, if you're really a girl and you're really a hot Jewish girl, I said, you better be prepared to get a lot of messages from these prepubescent or these horny adolescent teenagers. And she responded by saying that was the point, that she was going to use them to do her bidding. And I was like, oh, well, probably a pretty good idea. Boy, this mount is not exactly the fastest mount. Oh yeah, that's what I figure. I figure it's probably some fat guy behind that. Yeah, I liked this mount for the mage. I thought this was a pretty cool mount for the mage. Well, for a high elf. It seemed like appropriate for a high elf mage. Yeah, great.
My prey is near. Let the hunt begin.
Nah, I'm not doing any challenges. I have too many characters. Challenges just slow me down. I've done hardcore, I've done challenges before. It's like I've been there, done that. At this point, doing challenges, all it is just slows down your leveling. So I really don't want to slow down my leveling. I have too many alts to deal with that. Yeah, the new starting zone's different, so it's a lot better than the old one, that's for sure. I don't know if doing this quest is going to be good. I can't eat while I'm swimming. This might be a hard quest to do. I don't know. Yeah, I like to play zoomed in. It's a little kind of a pain in the butt when you are in areas like this where there's water and stuff. Normally, I'm not a big fan of the HD water, but in this specific instance, running the HD water would have made it translucent. We'd be able to see what's through the water. Now I kind of have to go down under. So this water is kind of annoying when you're trying to see down below you. Yeah, I started this character today. I wanted to try out the mage. Yep, created this character today. Yeah, I use HD for the B and C, but I don't have the HD water. I mean, I do have the HD water, it's just not turned on. And the HD water, to be honest, does crash the client a lot more than the other ones, so. Was it UTK that was telling me? Somebody was telling me the Arcane Mage is really fun, so it might have been UTK, and that's why I'm trying the Mage, because somebody was telling me that it... Because I don't like hard casting, I don't like standing in place casting, but someone was telling me that Arcane Mage has some pretty good procs. So you can get off some instant casts and stuff like that, hopefully, so... Oh, okay, so it was you. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I'm doing Arcane Mage, yep. We're gonna try it out. Yeah, I don't think this is a girl player. I think it's a guy player. Jumps around a bit too much to be a girl. Guys jump more than girls do. I think gave us an underwater breathing potion for the quest. I believe? Or maybe we get it by completing this quest. I can't remember. Yeah, because I don't see... Oh, here it is. Here we go. Okay, where'd she go? Is she down below? Holy crap, we're not gonna... I ain't killing no elite. I don't know where she is. Is she above me? Oh, man. Crap. Yeah. Alright. Oh. Oh, she laughed. I was gonna give her the YouTube. Alright, let's go. Yeah, I'm not gonna play too much longer because I have to get some sleep, but yeah, what are you farming, TK? I'm gonna head back. I don't think, yeah, I can't do this quest because that's a level 12 elite. There's no way I can kill a level 12 elite. I knew it was gonna be an elite. I could just tell. Turtle Wild does these quests and they do end up with elites usually. You know, if they're gonna give you something that's like a green item, like here you can see it says elite, but it's gonna give you, you know, like a you know that when they give you like a green item at like this low level, it's gonna be probably like an elite mob. So, ghost mushrooms, yeah. Are you out in? If you're doing ghost mushrooms, I'm gonna guess where you are. Are you in the hinterlands, hitting the little caves over here? I'm guessing you're probably at the hinterlands. There's like mobs everywhere. Like literally on this beach, they're like, oh Jesus. So you were in the hinterlands? I wondered if that's where you were. I think I'm just gonna hearth. I'm gonna be lazy. I'm just gonna hearth. Fire blast at defrost. I figured you were hinterlands, yo. Alright. Ooh, we actually have a green. When did we get that green item? Oh. He doesn't have anything. Yeah, totally a guy. So hot Jew girl's definitely not a girl. Because I don't think a girl says, ha ha, that's what's up. Unless it's like a 13-year-old girl or something. But let's get out of here, man. Blood Elf Spy. I hate how they interrupt your spellcast or your wand. It's a cool death animation though. But I do not like how they interrupt my wanding. Damn, what's going on over here? Look at that. They're fighting off the Eastern Plagueland mob. See this? Yeah, I did 8 damage to that undead. Yeah, that little pathway goes right into Eastern Plagueland. So you got this huge wave of undead that are trying to get into the zone here. That's kind of cool how they did that. I actually like how they did that. Yeah, the zone is connected, though. The flight path needs to connect to Light's Hope Motor. Gotcha. Yeah, that kind of sucks. That does suck. I think this person might need what I need, maybe. I don't mind. I don't mind the mining. Humans are the funniest. Their slow ass swing. Night elves have the best mining animation. Dwarf's the best. Never trust a dwarf, man. Never trust a dwarf. That's all I gotta say. Never trust a dwarf, man. No, the master race is Night Elves, baby. Night Elf is always my favorite race in World of Warcraft. No, I've never even played a gnome. I've never played a gnome past like level 2. That shows you how much I like gnomes. I don't really enjoy short, ugly characters.
Can I assist you? Be careful.
Dwarves aren't too bad. I mean, in later versions of WoW, when they make dwarves not so damned ugly, they're not too bad, but they are hideous. Hideous! In like 1.12. Oh man, they're ugly. They look like somebody, you know, they fell out of the ugly tree and hit too many branches on the way down, man. Yeah, high elves have terrible racials, though. I gotta say, the racials for high elves are pretty awful. The best thing about the high elf is the crazy staff, the staff combat animation, where they spin the staff behind their back. It cracks me up, man. Here, let's see if we can do it. We're gonna try to do the staff animation. Let's check this out, right? We'll see if she goes behind the back. Here we go. There it is. There it was, right? The first one. Come on, behind the back. Ooh, step back. Little step back on the dodge. There it is. There's that swing behind the back. It's like the coolest shit. That was the coolest part about the... I mean, the pirouette's not too bad, but the swinging the staff behind the back is hilarious, man. That cracks me up every time. It's pretty cool looking. Do you guys want to see it again? Let's go for another one. She's not doing it. There it was, behind the back and a dodge, and a followed by a nice dodge. All right, I think I've had just about enough of the high elf zone. Although the reputation, I'm friendly. I should try to get at least to above friendly. Oh, this is that crazy shirt. It's kind of cool looking shirt we got going on here. It's the Amis of the Eternal Autumn. Look at that. Oof. All right. Yeah.
What means it?
Oh. Probably another elite. Oh yeah, baby! Look at it! Oh my god! Look at all the stuff I have. Arcane missiles, polymorph, Conjure Water rank 2, Frostbolt rank 2, Frost Nova. Holy shnikes! Been a while since I had the trainer, I guess, right? Magic missile. Magic missile. I don't know what icon they have for magic missiles. Is it this one? That's Blizzard, right? I know what it is in retail. Here, let's just pick something. I think it's this one. Save macro and let's take a look. Magic arc. Oh, it's called arcane missiles. I like to call them magic missiles. All right, let's fix this. It's one of these buttons. It's neither of those buttons, actually. It's this one. That one. And then we got, what, Frostbolt, Frost Armor rank 2, Conjure Water rank 2. Actually, I should probably make those macros, but I'm going to be lazy. Oh yeah, and Frost Nova. Blink is the best face spell. It's not a bad one. I mean, I think no. I think when you think of like iconic mage spells, I'd have to say Polymorph is probably the most iconic. But I think Frost Nova, Polymorph, Blink are all very, very iconic spells. And they're all very important to the mage toolkit. I am interested to see how well Magic Missiles works. Yeah, Frostbolt for sure too. What we got here? Food and drink. Don't really need a lot of this. Can't use that. Don't need that. Is that soulbound? Soulbound? Is this soulbound? Yes, the link sword. Don't need that. Leatherworking. I don't know.
What brings you here? I am honored.
The House of Theron. You've done me a great service. Look at that. We got our first ring.
Welcome to Allah Falas.
Welcome to Allah Falas. Oh, and we're actually level 10. Shit. I didn't realize we'd actually hit level 10. So, I guess the first talent point. Oh. This is interesting. Magic Absorption increases all the resistance by 4. Whenever one of your spells is partially or fully resisted, it restores some of my mana. That's kind of cool. Yeah. I'm surprised they don't go with improved arcane missiles, but what I need is Arcane and weak damage, but offers high sustainability and survivability. This is the capstones at 3-minute cooldowns. Yeah, 3-minute cooldown. 3-minute cooldown. Yeah. Having long cooldowns on capstones, I mean, that was the thing that I didn't like about the Paladin. The Protection Paladin capstone is a 5-minute cooldown, which I think sucks, man. So this person basically says that Arcane is pretty awful PvP. It says Arcane and Frost are perplexing and problematic respectively. Fire is perfectly balanced, as all things should be, offers very high damage at a cost of low survivability and low sustainability. Mage is overpowered in PvP, Warrior is awful in PvP, Druid is a bad class. This is intended in wise design. Mages, especially Frost, are tough on turn 1 due to dampened magic being bugged. Negates too much. Currently, there's a ticket. Every spec should get 2 sides. PvP, PvE. Arcane should be good. Anti-spellcaster, spec in PvP, and mana utility. Plus alternate damage you learn. You like to play Shadow Priest in PvP? No, unfortunately YouTube stream chat does not allow links, so I'm not really sure why it doesn't. But I can give you the link to the Discord server, and you can just go post them in the Discord. Yeah, Arcane Mage, I mean, from what I'm seeing so far, and I have to do more research, but it doesn't really look too good for PvP. Here's the link to the Discord server, so you can go to the Discord server if you have something you want to post and just post it in the general section. Arcane is PvE spec for MC, BWL, Fire for AQ, Nax, Frost, Elemental for PvP. So I may not play this, which kind of sucks because I actually bought bags and stuff for this character. And amount, I actually spent probably a good 1,000 credits on this. Not 1,000. Yeah, because I bought 2 bags. Those are 300 credits each. But it was a 40% discount. The other 40% discount going on right now. So when you donate, you're getting 40% more. Yeah. Well, I mean, I certainly have spent. I certainly spent a lot of time making classes that are supposed to be bad in certain aspects pretty good. So, I mean, we can certainly try it out, but we're gonna have to somehow try to figure out how to make it work for PvP. I think Arcane Missiles is such a long channeling ability that's going to be problematic. Like, you know, I want to see how it works, but I'm debating whether I shouldn't just leave this area now, because we'll level a lot faster in the human area because we can start stacking rest time, which we can't get that here because nobody's dropping tents. Mage living FAQ turtle well. I'll take a look. Yeah. The Arcane Missiles is nice because it does follow. Once you start the cast, if they move behind LOS, it's going to keep hitting them, which is really is one of the nice things for sure in PvP. But yeah, here's the Mage Loving FAQ. Thank you, Cat. And we can see, you know, this is a Frost single target. Frost AoE. Fire single target, arcane single target, so this is what we would be doing, which is the arcane single target. We could compare this to the video version. I'm watching a video guide on, or I have a YouTube guide on PvE. So here's this one, and here we've got arcane single target, right? So we've got a couple different ones here, right? All right, so this is the video I was watching, and this is the Turtle Wow's recommended. And how do they differ? Just out of curiosity. So the first two rows are the same. Third row is the same. The fourth row is different. This person's going counterspell, which we definitely would go counterspell for PvP. And then in the next row, it's the same, and the next row, the same. And then this person grabs the capstone talent. So they're doing something like this. Let's see, 255, 25. Interesting that this person doesn't go into arcane missiles. That's the one of the questions I'd have right off the bat is would we talent into arcane missiles or not? I would think you would. I would think you would. To have 100% chance to avoid interruption, I would think for PvP that would actually probably be useful. Yeah, definitely improved mana shield for sure. Yeah, but would we want improved arcane missiles or not? That's the other question. And I think impact, we would also want impact. So I would think impact for PvP. Right, 10% chance to stun target, which is going to be very useful. And I would also go with this. For higher level when you actually do damage. Yes, I just don't know for PvP if this would be something. But then we got magic absorption. Definitely probably want that. Yeah, I think... So I think that arcane focus chance your opponents can resist dark. Yes, that would be good. In recurring state, additionally, reduce the mana cost. Your next. I mean, arcane concentration would be good. Increase critical strike chance. Yes. Magic increase the effect of vampire magic. Dampen magic. Probably good. Yes. Chance to reset the cooldown. Yes, we definitely want that. Yes. Yes. Increase the casting of arcane spells by 5%. In addition to casting speed increases. Will never recur suit or hand spells. Okay, probably. Increase critical bonus. Yes. Next base spell becomes instant. Yes, definitely want that. That'd be good for sheep and a couple other things. Reduce a chance to duplicate. Oh yeah, we definitely want this. Successful damage and spells have a chance to. Oh yeah, we want that. Your casting speed increased for 30%. Yeah, we definitely want that. I mean, so we got 5.7. I do like impact. We were on the wiki too. They posted talent point spending by level. Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah, let's take a look. So what they're doing, interesting, is they're going right into improved arcane missiles right off the bat. So they're putting 5 points right off the bat into arcane missiles. Using arcane to level, you just want to cast arcane missiles. Therefore, getting improved arcane missiles is really important to not lose the cast time if mob gets close to you and hits you. You can play like a drain tank warlock, however, you'll run out of health much quicker as you're on life draining. If the mob has high HP, once you get it, you start the fight with arcane rupture, blah blah. Okay. But I mean, just for PvP, this is kind of... This is kind of what I would think I would do for PvP. I mean, just first take. You know, I like impact just because my Fire Blast. I would like the chance that Fire Blast is going to give me a 2-second CD to let me get space, because and then with improved Fire Blast, it's going to reduce the cooldown of the Fire Blast spell and reduce the global cooldown of. I don't know why it says cooldown and global cooldown. Okay, so that's kind of cool, but be able to use Fire Blast pretty often, and we have a 10% chance to stun people with it, which is very useful. And then we do grab the improved arcane missiles, because there are going to be times when people are in our face trying to interrupt, but they won't be able to. I don't know about the arcane concentration. 10% chance of any clear casting state after any damage spell that hits you. The clear casting state reduces the mana cost. This is just like a mana reduction, which I'm not really too concerned about with. I mean, I'm more concerned about trying to optimize my DPS. Yeah, but I mean, to me, this seems like the best build for PvP. At least that's what I'm gonna go with. So yeah, I think leveling build too. I think going arcane missiles right off the bat is probably the way to go. So we got some quests over here. Quest back on the island, and we still have the Naga quest. I think we can probably dump all these quests. I think I'm ready to get out of this zone and head over to the human side, because we really need to start abusing the tents for the 10%, or for the the rest time.
Greetings. Be careful. I assist you. Till next time.
There are a lot of quests here. We need to find someone who's got some high level enchanting so we can get some decent enchants. Well, yeah, I don't have any money. I'm totally broke. I have like way too many characters here on the server on AmberShire, but I have like very little money. I've got like maybe 20 gold. That's about it. So I can't really afford like high level enchants, unfortunately. Oh. Well, it's too late. I just left, Annie. Yeah, I mean, I would have taken it, but it's too late now. Maybe tomorrow or something. I'm gonna go to bed pretty soon, so it's almost 2 a.m. here. I just wanted to go over and to the Starwood area and max out my rest time and maybe play around with arcane missiles a little bit. Maybe try a few quests. Did I just like zone out or something? I think I did, didn't I? I think I was mucking around talking to you guys and the boat went all the way to Stormwind and back or something? Did you see that? Because I think it did. I was like not even paying attention. Yeah, I'm on AmberShire. I did. I was like totally like zoned out, just like in my mind thinking about something. I don't know. I opened up my reshade settings, which is a third-party program. Allows me to modify this game. So like normally the game, like if I turned off reshade, this is what it would look like. This is what the game would look like, right? So, but with reshade, I can make it look quite a bit better. I would say the vibrance is a little too vibrant, but let's turn that down a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a program called Reshade. You install it and It may not work with Turtle Wow because a lot of times Turtle Wow likes to. Yeah, it'll be in the add-ons video, but I mean, there's a way you might have to do some finagling to get it to work. Sometimes the launcher will try to basically delete the modified DirectX DLL. So yeah. Oh, it's gonna be super dark in Darkshore because of my reshade settings. So, but we'll fix that in a second. I constantly tweak the settings based on which zone I'm in. Like here, you can see it's like really dark, and Darkshore is actually my favorite zone. So normally, my settings would be a lot different. I'm actually tweaking my settings based on the fact that my character has a very pale skin tone. But of course, that's affecting the world. So, but normally my settings would be more like let's see. Yeah, something like this for Darkshore. But my face is going to be completely washed out because it's such a pale skin tone that I have. It doesn't look too bad, I guess, but it doesn't look too good either.
Humans are great when it comes to magic. However, it's a shame none of them seem to know how to hunt. You wouldn't happen to have any mana shards that you might want me to hold, would you? For safekeeping, of course. Burn them to the ground! Join my attack! Retreat! Everybody, run away! Bandor Sharella run! Anarala Bellore! Strike them down! There's no way I could work with the Horde. They're just so unrefined and lack sophistication.
We'll see if my slow ass horse will catch up to these guys at all. My horse is probably, what level am I? I'm level 10. It's 5, so I should be 5% faster than these people on foot. We're slowly catching up. Slowly. Can't believe my mount is so slow. I actually missed that jump, which is funny. What's the later version of Stormwind? Yeah, it was a Stormwind Harbor. Yeah, that's the Stalin quest. Yep, that is the Legend of Stalin. We have 2.3 gold, but unfortunately, or do we want to buy the Guild Tabard? Is the question.
Light be with you.
That is the Guild Tabard. Probably pass on it for now, just because I don't.
Be careful.
I don't need to be able to port to Everlook, because there's not a whole lot of things I'm going to do in Everlook at level 10. Yeah. Well, I kind of wanted to leave my Hearthstone where it's at, in the High Elf area, but I am going to, yeah, right, I am going to have to Hearthstone Bind and Stormwind. Because that makes the most sense, so you can keep your rested XP up.
When it comes to the Alliance and their elves, we're like night and day. I just hate going to Ironforge. All that beer, yet you can't get a single glass of wine anywhere.
I just had to try out arcane missiles. But boy, it takes a long time for that. It seems like there's a glitch with arcane missiles where like the first ball doesn't come out right away, so you see after the mob died, the second ball came out. Kind of funny. Yeah, and it works pretty good. Like, let me check my macro. We've put into the macro, you know, the UI frames clear was going to clear the red tags. That because I typically bind arcane missiles on shift mouse wheel up. So basically, what I can do is I can cast crossbow, and then I can move, and then I just hold down the shift key and scroll the mouse wheel forward. And so a lot of times you would see a lot of red text because it's going to be repeatedly trying to cast the spell, but since I put that in my macro to not show any errors, we don't see them. So it works out pretty well. Actually, I usually use shift mouse wheel up for blank, so we're going to have to change that keybind. It's going to have to be shift mouse wheel down then. But then I usually use mouse wheel down for dispel. So control mouse wheel up is what we want. So we're going to change this. And we're just going to say, I don't know where my control mouse wheel up keybind is. Shift mouse wheel up. We might not even have one. Yeah, we don't. That's fine. Pet attack. Oh, because that was the pet attack function. Yeah. I don't know if I want to still keep that as pet attack. I probably do. Actually, we don't need that for pet attack because we'll build that into our macros. So that's fine. No. I'm kind of like at an impasse now. If mouse wheel up. Yeah, I want to do something with pet attack. Yeah, that's going to be annoying. No tents. Look at this person's got this super expensive mount. What is like two? It's like the most expensive. It's like one of the most expensive things. The most expensive thing in here is the guild quarters is 1,000. So that mount's the most expensive, I think. 2,000. It's one of the most expensive. Yep. Yeah, and so when they die, they get their credits back. So if they die, they'll get the credits back for that mount. So All right, I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna take off, guys, because it's late. We'll pick up the mage leveling next time. I'm just gonna leave the mage here, and hopefully somebody will drop a tent. I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace out. Thanks for stopping by. Peace out.